Hello, today I want to showcase my newest Water R5 team. Let's go through what each of the teams do, and the easiest way to show that would be just to hop right in. So on the first team we have Prilia moving first, then Crow, that should trigger the jump, like so. After that, there are only 4 units that will always all of them team up. Then on the middle team we have Colleen getting triggered by level 1 Theomars, then Argon kills the boss to half. Then the Theomars cuts in before the Shaolin, like so, and Shaolin, because there are so many debuffs on the boss, she will generally just finish the boss off. In the last team we first have Lauren to backup defense break, followed by Ardella, and in the second half the whole front line dies, like the Ardella and Lauren, and we have Tark teaming up with 2 Ninetales, and then one of those Ninetales moves. That's to provide the branding. Let's go through all the ways that the debuffs get applied on this team. So here we have the Fire Lizard. He applies this beneficial effect block. Then we have the Water Gargoyle. Whenever he gets attacked, he attack breaks the enemy. And then of course the team up. Here we have Fuko. Whenever he gets attacked, he applies slow. And then on the right team we have the Dark Inferno, and he will heal block when he dies. So the leads are double attack from Arang and Lauren, and then crit rate from Theomars. This Theomars pretty much has to be level 1, or he has to be on very little HP and defense, and that would work such that when the boss headbutts, it would trigger Lauren via the Theomars, and if he does the spray, it would trigger the Colleen just from her being low HP. I think she needs to be slightly lower HP than this for that to happen, but if you have a level 1 Theomars, it's fine like this. So we have Prilia moving first. She's just double fight will. You can put some damage on her, but you don't have to. This accuracy is fine. Then we have Crow moving. There is quite a bit of room to go down with the rune quality, but I will just showcase the runes. Then we have Ikaru moving as a third monster to team up with the whole back line, because this guy is a statue and he cannot team up. So also double fight will, and the Arang is Rage Will. These are the artifacts, just a bunch of damage on water and damage as less HP. And then this guy, he's just very tanky so that he doesn't die, and so that he applies the attack break even after the jump. Then in the middle team we have Colleen followed by Argon. You don't really need such a high rune quality on the Argon. We'll show that in the next few rounds. I'm just gonna put him on broken set instead of the rage, so like this should be achievable. Followed by Theomars, because Theomars will cut in because he gets 30% because he's too low HP. That is to wait for the team up here to finish applying all the debuff, and also for this team up. And then Shaolin moves, and there are many debuffs on the boss, and if there are 3 or more, she will have perfect AI, so usually she just has perfect AI, and she just murders the boss. Then we have Miriam. Ideally, she never takes a turn. The Fuko is on very high defense build. That is because his shield, whenever it gets attacked, he will apply slow to the attacker, but it scales with his level, so the only way to make this shield stronger is to put defense on him. So I have a bunch of defense and a bunch of damage taken from water. Basically, Ikaru runes. So this team, we have Lauren moving first. She's double fight will, and she's very low HP, so that she just dies. Then there is the Ardella, also very low HP and defense, on rage will. Then we have the Tark moving, he just does a lot of HP. You can go a bunch more attack on him and he will still be fine. He's just tanky and I didn't feel like reruning him. And then these two don't really matter that much. They are on rage, but they might as well be double fight will. Like, they just need to not die. They're there just to provide the branding. So to recap, we have these two killing the boss, these two killing the boss, and these two killing the boss. And in the second half we have team up with these 4 units, because this is dead and this is a statue. And here in the second half we have Theomars cutting in, followed by Shaolin, and this ideally never moves. And in the third team we have these two for the first half in this order, and team up with the backline 3 units in the second half. Let's look at how the team runs after we nerfed our Argon. I believe we can go a lot lower on most of these units, but not too much, right? If I remove this rune from my Argon, it will not work anymore. But I think we can make this a bunch worse with 0 speed. Yeah, this should be fine. The turn order is still correct, and this could still be fine. Let's see. So we have a bunch of debuffs, and then they move, and the boss dies. And because all of those 3 monsters that take turn in the second place, they all have perfect AI, so this will happen every single time. And then we have just Shaolin hitting into 6 debuffs and killing the boss. So basically everything is either double fight will or rage will. The artifacts on my damage dealers look like this. So this is a crow. Just a bunch of damage on water, and depending on whether they move in the first or second half, damage as HP is high, and whatever they deal damage with. So this is always first attack, more HP, and third skill. Similar on the Argon, damage on water, damage is more HP, own turn. We have skill 3, own turn, more HP. First attack doesn't really do anything on Argon. And then we have the Ardella, damage on water, as less HP. Hey, can't do everything, right? But more HP here. And then we have first attack, own turn. Like I probably have a better artifact for this, but it is not needed, as you can see. And then we have a team up with the Arang. She might need more accuracy, I don't know how much, so she's just on this and it works. So, and then Prilia, she doesn't really do any damage in this team, so she's just on like whatever's, just so that she has the same speed as these 3. I think the limit for speed is like 182. After that, things can desync. We already saw the Seek. The Lauren is the only one with actually high accuracy, but that's just because we don't need any stats on her at all. Yeah, it is the Ardilla again, and then the Soha and Chimey, 19 accuracy. Just damage on water, cob damage. And same on Soha, cob damage. And then the Shaolin, she is damage on water, damages more and less. Bunch of skill 3 crit damage and damages less. So primarily you want damages less, skill 3 and damage on water on your Shaolin. And the Theomars needs to have some accuracy, but like 15 should be fine, and this speed tuning is very specific. If I make him a lot faster, he will cut even the Argon. If he's slower, bad things happen. Let's talk about what the skins are for all the units. And you definitely don't want to use the penguin skin. It will desync the whole thing, and Shaolin will just take the turn before the boss jumps. If things break, go back to default skins. Let's talk a bit about the substitutions that you can make for this team. So Deborah is just drop-in replacement for Miriam, and she's just better. The Ardella isn't mandatory. Anything that does damage on perfect AI is fine here. Here, basically, all of these monsters are mandatory. The only thing you can swap out would be like this. If you put in the Fuko, he will mess up team-ups. For the middle team, I don't see any replacements at all, except for the Debra in this spot. And here you could run Walter and Wind Hacker, because they also have branding on skill 1. Now, if you have a Cadiz, put him in here, because he has a better chance of landing branding. The team runs 24 or 23.5 seconds basically every single time, and when it doesn't, it's usually 30 seconds, or it can yeah, and this is what the 23-second run looks like. And here we can see the timing distribution on the team. So there are a bunch of 23 seconds, some 24s, and at some point there is like a 30-second run. We don't see it here, but they happen. And then every 20-ish runs we get a run that looks something like this. So the first half is perfect AI, and the second half there is no branding, and that happens like once every 20 runs. Alright, so first half perfect AI, just dies. We can see both the Lauren and Ardilla still died, and then we have no branding. There are always going to be at least 3 debuffs on the boss, like basically all the time. You don't have to worry about that. And so Shaolin will always use her skill 3, but if there is no branding, she doesn't kill. It's not a big deal, still 30 seconds. And that's about it, so see you in the next one.